Hello and welcome to this Halo Wars 2 match. We got ourselves a 3 versus 3. I'm here playing on PC, already botched my build order, and that's going to be the story of what these videos are going to be like for now. It's a struggle. I feel like I'm a brand new player all over again, and so this 3-on-3 is going to be very interesting because there's another thing that's going to be happening. We have no idea if we're going to win this game or lose this game. So that way we can build some suspense up. We do have one Covenant on our team and of course 2 UNSC. I am playing as Forge. Now my PC controls at the time, I was trying to rely on shortcuts to building slots, and then I have my radial set up in a certain way. I think it was QWE. And it seems pretty cool, but as I've been playing more and more, it doesn't seem like it's the right set for me. So it does seem like, you know, if I get used to it, it gets a bit better, but there's something that really sounds good down the line that I end up learning later on as I've been playing on PC. It has been hot controlling buildings. You can do that on PC, and don't worry, I will be providing more information of what my current build is for my current keyboard controls once I kind of get it in a finalized state. But this 3-on-3 match is here to test out this certain set of keyboard mechanics, keyboard controls that I have. And so far, we're going to see how it goes. I think, honestly, wasn't my best game, but once again, we'll see if we have teammates that are going to be able to carry me. And like I said before, we will not be playing with randos for the majority of the time in regards to games that we're going to be playing. They're going to be played with people that I know, so then that way we can have more of a collaborative experience. Not saying that you can't get that on randoms, but when I play with randoms, I want to have a different approach than when I am playing with teammates. And so we're going with a Forge opening here, and that means we're going to go ahead and focus on trying to get our hero out and have some presence with our jackrabbits and whatnot. So we haven't scouted the enemy just yet, but we do have ourselves kind of a situation. I think orange is either Isabel or Forge, one of the two. And here I just recycled a supply pad and put a generator. So we're going with 2 generators now. We opened up with just 1 generator. I believe that's because I kind of botched the fact that I never did the leader power, and I ended up doing something else instead of rolling economy because I upgraded my supply pad right away. So classic noob experience. Meanwhile, there is a push that's going to be happening on our side of the map on our node while I go ahead and scout and see what's going on. Yellow is showing hero, so it's nothing too drastic. Yellow's raid camp, red is hero, and orange is going with the classic quick tech 2 double garage play. This does mean we need to be prepared for a bunch of warhogs that are going to be popping up, and since I got a late 2nd gen, it's going to be a while before I get there. We do have ourselves a Cutter, or nope, a Johnson in middle, which is dark blue for long shot. And he's not going to be prepared for that either. So far, this is going to be a little bit rough of a transition. We know what they're doing, but how well can we execute? We're going to find out. So I end up getting mines, and will I use mines? It sure looks like I'm going to attempt to use mines, but you know, controlling units it's a little bit harder on PC. But here comes yellow kind of pushing on the left-hand side on light blue, and I need to find a way to try to help my teammates out because all I have is a Forge hog, and I'm flowing so much supply, by the way. But dark blue does have an army that can fight the infantry that's going on, but now red's showing up on my base, and uh-oh, I have nothing but watchtowers. That's not going to help my base whatsoever, so we're going to bring the Forge hog in. We do have mines as well that we're going to go ahead and place in the back. So if they start retreating, we're going to be able to do something about that. Honestly, I don't even think the mine opening was a good move, but great special leader ability coming in from the Forge. We do have to be careful for the Spartan Slam that can come in, and we do have dark blue that's going to start reinforcing, and there we go. We have first visual signs of the Warhogs that's going to be coming in. Spartan Slam does come in, but we do have sniper support. Yes, grenades are going to come down as well, but the Forge hog is still going to live, which is going to be very nice. We killed their hero as well. And so honestly, it was a failed attack. Now all we have to do is just be mindful of the warhogs that are going to be coming in. The mines did an excellent job getting rid of the retreating marines, but here's where things are going to get a little bit difficult. Colony is set up on the left hand side through the teleporter and was not aware of the warhogs that were coming in. A big miscommunication on my part. Could have definitely put that colony in a better situation if I communicated that better. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working on the boot hammer and then bring my warhog in as well to try to work on this. Now there is going to be third leader point that's going to be right around the corner, but we're 5 minutes and 31 seconds in and I don't have anything to show but my hero. And this is going to be unfortunate because the colony is now going to end up dying even though they had the engineer swarm. And this is going to be very problematic. Light blue doesn't really have much on their side and dark blue does have nothing but infantry, which is a very bad matchup that we're going to have on this left hand side. So warhogs are going to come in, we're going to drop in some mines, and the reason why I place that mines in that position is so if they choose to ram my warhog, my forge hog, I'm going to be able to retreat near the mines and then I'll be okay. So that's the thought process behind that. Now, great Hunter Brand, great EMP Mac, and I put a restoration drone to start healing the space around there too so they can't strip it as much as possible. So all in all, a decent hold. Definitely could have been a little bit better because dark blue ended up losing a lot of their infantry from that, but we're finally going to start making our own warhogs after a minute of play. But these sentinels are doing good work on my forge hog, and I don't even have my forge hog upgraded ever since I got tech 2, so all I can do for now is just retreat that while we continue to just try and clear up as many warhogs as possible. And here comes their warhogs. They see my forge hog, they want to go after it, at least that's what I believe. But it turns out, nope, they're going to focus on continuously getting rid of the infantry, which is unfortunate because dark blue's base is under attack. And look at that, my forge hog ended up dying at the very last second, even though the mines were nicely placed. So we're still trying to produce some units, but unfortunately it is not really looking too hot for us at the moment. So I finally have a warhog to show. Our teammate lost his second base, and he does have a lot of generators. So if you look at their comp, two of them kind of went early. You got Hero with pure infantry, and then you do have the Vortis that's going, you know, pretty much an infantry comp. And then Orange had the opportunity to go ahead and go with a Forge Hog. So looking back at this game, definitely my macro was horrendous. Didn't help with communicating with my teammates on letting them know that the Forge Hog was, that they have nothing but Warhogs. Like, ping on the map and really emphasize it towards them on the comms. And even though I think my expansions went pretty well in that regards, the fact that I'm not even producing much right now, it really is such a shame. And this is the downside of still trying to learn PC, and it's not really an excuse on my part, it's just more of a learning curve that I'm trying to figure out. So I'm going to have to go ahead and try and defend my base from Red coming over, but Red has a Spartan and he's going to start hijacking, and really this is going to be very tough to defend because the Spartan can go ahead and just keep hijacking and all that stuff, and I don't have enough to go ahead and counter what's there. So Yellow's having a magnificent time on that left hand side. Dark blue, because he lost everything, he's finally making some mantis on one base, and that's not really like good position to go ahead and be in either. And so as I continue to try to figure out the hotkeys and the correct keyboard controls, things are looking very, very dire. And so honestly, this game is going to end up coming to a close. We end up losing this game, and we end up resigning in about 30 seconds or so. So yes, this was a quick match, but there is some stuff to go ahead and learn from, and it's also nice to go ahead and see where I am standing and where I'm progressing in my PC journey. And all in all though, we're still getting some nice, good, intense competitive games, which is what we want. Don't worry, not all of them are going to be losses on PC, but you got to start somewhere, and it's all about the journey. So with that being said, you have yourself a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, or afternoon, and until the next Halo Wars 2 video. And this is when I end up quitting after I saw the vultures. There's just no way. Vultures. They're too good.